chronic illness didn't just change me, it changed my marriage. And it's okay to grieve that. So, how have I been walking through this? Every step has just been interesting to say the least. Uh, it has definitely been an adventure. This Friday, my husband took off because I had a procedure. I needed a driver back and forth because I had to be under anesthesia. So, after the procedure, like here he took the day off, I had the day off, we both had the day off. Usually that would have been a day where we could have gone out and played hooky. We like taking time off to just be together and have fun and whatever it is that we're going to go do. And this Friday, I'm like, woohoo, we got Friday off together. Woohoo, this is great. And I didn't have anything that morning for breakfast because I had the procedure. So I was like, hey, let's go get this place. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to sit down and eat at this cute little cafe. I actually just want to get it to go. So that was the first part that was really different. The next part that was different was we get home. It was a beautiful day, so sunshiny. Um, I was excited to get home, get our dog, and go for a lovely walk. We get home, he's like, yeah, let's go for, I'm like, I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna join y'all on that walk. And um, he parks and I try to get out the car and I'm like, oh, I'm having a hard time walking. And he's like, you need help? And I'm like, yes. So I needed help to get from the car to inside of our house to I'm a not a germaphobe, but I'm enough of a germ-minded person. I'm like, okay, I was in the hospital. I want to go take a shower. I'm like, I want to take a shower, but can you not leave and go take a walk with the dog right now? Because I'm afraid that if I'm in the shower, I'm afraid I might slip and fall, which I have before. So he stayed and like we just chatted while I took a quick shower, got in the bed, and I was like, nope, this is definitely where I need to be today. And so he and my dog, they went off for a walk, which was lovely. I'm so happy for them. But I was bummed. I was stuck inside the bed. That's not what I had planned for us and for our lives is for him to be taking this nice walk off with the dog in the sunset, and for me sitting in my bed, just waiting. And I'm also extremely dyslexic. Not only do I have an autoimmune disorder, I'm extremely dyslexic, neurospicy. So um, add anesthesia with dyslexia and neurospiciness and having difficulty paying attention to following lines like I couldn't read. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to sleep. So I took a nap while he was gone. Definitely not the sexiest or loveliest date thing I would put ever. And so he came home and I was just like, this is not a lot of fun. So he's like, no, it's not fun. So I was like, oh, I know. Let's watch something together in bed. And we've made the decision not to have a TV in our room. So he went to go get a laptop to try to get that. And he got on the laptop, started working on some things. I was like, oh, are we going to watch TV in bed? He said no. He didn't want to get in the bed. So I'm stuck in bed. My dog's happy because he's tired from the walk and he's definitely down for cuddling. Um, I'm I'm just kind of just hanging out there and he's over on a laptop. My husband's over on a laptop laying down and can't do much of anything. I did eat, which my food was fantastic, but it just felt like almost like a little bit of a disconnect between the two of us. It just wasn't what I had planned. And so I really had to take some time and slow myself down. And um, I just told him, I said, today's kind of a bummer. And he's like, oh, why? What did you want to do? And I was like, well, I can't really do anything, and you have this time off. I'm glad you have this day off. And you're kind of on the laptop. I'm in the bed. just don't feel super connected right now. He's like, well, I don't want to go to bed. I'm like, that makes sense. That makes sense. It still didn't, it still had me in a place where I'm feeling disappointed, definitely feeling sad. Because I was like, man, this is not it. This is not what I wanted. This is, I'm sure, not what he wanted. And so we are rebuilding our life around me having an autoimmune disorder, which it is a bummer. There's no other way to take a look at that except to say that and to really take some time to grieve the life that we had before. And when I say the life that we had before, I had signs of autoimmune illness for years. And so it was kind of like a slow process in terms of things that we just started shifting and changing over time. But then to get that diagnosis finally is like a relief at some points, but also it's sad at other points because it's like, man, this is where we're at. This is what's going on. This is what's happening in our marriage. I don't feel the most connected in this moment. And so in that moment, I didn't want to further be a wet blanket and start talking to him about, oh, I don't feel connected. And I could have gone there. I could have done that. I didn't have the energy, honestly. And I didn't feel like I was going to get anything that was good to come out of it. And so I had to number one, just slow down and to just acknowledge this is where we're at. This is where my body's at. When we take time and look at vacations now, we take vacations based upon what my energy level is going to look like. We take vacations based around doctor's appointments and procedures and recovery time and all of these things I've heard clients talking about and navigating that I haven't had to actually fully live until now. Until now. It's not been fun. It's not been fun. So it's like, what do you do? And for me, one of the things that I feel like is really important is with everything that's already going on, everything that's already happening in my body and our family, the way that we're shifting and changing and navigating things, is I want to make sure that we're able to, for better for worse, right? I want to make sure that we're able to navigate this and navigate this with as much grace, as much compassion, and as much fun as possible. So Friday for me was it was just kind of a wash, just in terms of I needed to reframe it in my head instead of making this up. We're gonna have fun. We're playing hooky day, um, date time. I needed to reframe that into, you know what, you just had a medical procedure. You were under anesthesia. Your body needs to figure out how it feels about that before you're trying to go off and have fun somewhere. Sit down, please, please, and thank you. And take some time. I'm just talking to me, okay? Take some time and appreciate that this man that you love took time off from work and he's not off going and doing something else. He's there with you. He's talking to you, he's spending time with you, he's taking care of the kids, he's navigating dinner, he's doing all the things. And so we say for better, for worse. Sometimes I feel like we still get stuck in the for better mindset and we don't take time I won't say that this is the worst time 100%. I'm not saying that at all in my marriage, but we don't take time to kind of shift gears when we're in spots and things are not fun and perfect and lovely. So my recommendation for you is just something that I had to do for myself. I really had to reframe the day in my head and just say, okay, Virginia, this is just not that time. And that's okay. And it's okay to be sad about that. And it's okay to be bummed. And you can find the beauty that you have in the moment that you're in. So that's my challenge to you, regardless of where you're at, regardless of what's going on in your relationship. Find the beauty that's in the moment, the beauty that you have in the present moment. Because here's the thing, these moments, they're just that. They don't last all that long. And I'm so grateful to report that my husband was there for me. He wrote it out with me on the fun parts and then also the not so fun parts. That's what I think is important about For Better For Worse. My name is Virginia. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. That definitely helps me out a lot as I'm trying to plan this whole digital life. And if you've been helped by something, that would be extremely helpful for me. Also, and for my family, 100%. Also, I do want to be able to share with you if you are in a relationship and you want to see how your relationship stacks or stands and get some feedback in terms of where you're at. I do have a relationship quiz on my website, moonrisingllc.com. A copy of that should also be down in the description below. And I just highly recommend that you please take care of yourself and take care of your relationships. And I hope to see you next time.